So what did you think about the name of Staten Dorf?
Yeah, it's cool.
All right.
If you like
All
it,
right.
I'm easy with naming.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like the reference, and I was just like, how do we do it without doing it?
Yeah. No, it's good.
Yeah.
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 Kind of
Okay.
describes us anyway. It's two grumpy old men in the balcony.
Cheers.
That's a compliment. Well, listen, so with mine, there's two examples today. One is they're both to be approached in a positive light.
Nice.
I'm going to get a link to send the first one to you. The first one is an ad that I saw actually when I was overseas in Canada. I was watching TV at my mom's house, which was revelation because I'd forgotten what American TV is like and all that good stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it.
Okay,
I'm watching it
now too.
Whoa. That was a commercial for Amazon, right?
It was a commercial for Amazon, so it's
yeah.
We can get into it in a bit, but it lures you in with a problem and a solution, and it's contemporary but sinister.
I'm listening to the first thing I'm like, wait, what was the music? Something like the chorus was like, "You're a cool cat" or something like that. But I'm like, wait, was that? And it was kind of like it's kind of like, no, that can't be.
I think it is.
Wow, I don't know that song, and it's really like.
I think the song makes the ad. The song makes the ad, and when I first saw it, I was like, "What's this?" And then as soon as that bass line hit, I was like,
Sorry, I am rewatching it. It is pretty.
Yeah.
You know what? It's regardless of the complicated feelings that I have while watching it.
Yeah.
It's cool. Is it cool?
It's
cool.
That's the exact same reaction I had. I was like, "It's cool. Is it cool? Are they just ticking boxes because that's the popular thing to do nowadays?" Like,
hey, no matter what. Holy fuck! No matter what. Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it's so sinister.
Decided to do something very radical.
Yeah.
They really are exploiting radicalness.
Yeah, which is positive. That's true.
I'm going to shut up for a second and let you speak at me about it.
Okay.
Yeah, because you picked this for a reason, and I'm having like a zillion thoughts at once. The tie-ins of all of the pop culture.
They're all here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is like, one of the reasons I chose it is because, I mean, you can watch on one view and that's it. You get the message sort of. But then there's lots of little things on repeat viewing that are, little Easter eggs here and there.
Yeah, it's taking like queer culture and I mean, this is good and tying it into pop culture.
Yeah. Which is...
And is that a good thing? Is that a good thing?
It's good. Is it good?
It is good. It is good. And then
do those two cultures need to be together, or do they need to be jammed apart? Like, it's an open question. They've gone for it.
Oh my God, this is a way to go, man. I cannot believe, I can't believe it exists.
I know, same.
Fuck me for thinking that.
Yeah.
Okay, please, like I said, I'm gonna shut up.
No, that's good. No, it's good.
I want to hear
I don't need to
why
follow
you...
up.
I just want to hear why you love it and why you hate it.
I love it for it's like I love shiny, slick pop ads, even though I really shouldn't, but they do their job and they hook people. And I'm included in that, people who get hooked by them. I'm a sucker for good production.
Yeah.
I like this, if you know, even real or not, I like that there's a mustache and that the teeth, there's a massive gap in the teeth. And I like that they cast someone who's not like a traditional good look or something like that.
Wow, like as a therapist, I would say you're talking about like a lot of aesthetic stuff from the start.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like, I'm not a therapist, but my therapist always is like, this is what you said. You know, like these are the, you're talking about aesthetics first. And it's like interesting.
Well, I mean, yeah, because I think like if I talk about the message, to me, the message is like, well, sinister, because it's, again, it just presents a so-called problem. You know, it's a classical advertisement that's been modernized in that it presents a problem, which is not a real problem, but they're presenting it as one. And the solution, which is buying a Freddie Mercury jacket on Prime, which probably cost this woman, like, or this person, I don't know, how much is that? It's a leather jacket? Hundreds, maybe thousands. It's an inaccessible solution. It's inaccessible. Especially to someone who looks like they're in school, maybe high school. They bought the boots as well. And I mean, if someone actually tried this, they would probably get bullied even more sadly, things to say. But it doesn't matter because it looks nice and it's paced brilliantly and the music is like perfect.
It just depends. If you're in an affluent arts high school in Seattle, Washington, you're fine.
Yeah, that's true. That's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the culture of Amazon.
Yeah.
Is, you know, an arts high school in Seattle, Washington, and the ad execs whose children who go to that high school made this ad.
That's absolutely it. Yeah.
And thank God, like that's awesome. Like I'm so happy that this was made, and I think that there's a cognitive dissonance between the ad agency and the corporation's agenda, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you were talking about the jacket that might have cost a lot of money, when I think of Amazon, I think of a drop shipper who did a replica jacket that probably gives this young girl cancer because she wears it.
Oh yeah, this is a knockoff. It's being sold as an original, but it's a knockoff. Absolutely. And that's what makes it more sinister. When you start to think about what you actually get from Amazon is never what it seems.
You're not getting a Soho designer in New York City sewing this from. Do you know how much labor would go into this jacket to sew it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it looks great, and I would probably wear it, but it's inaccessible.
Oh, that's the like crux of it. The actual product that's being offered is not the jacket, it's Amazon Prime, but the actual product in the commercial is that jacket.
Yeah.
And you're right, it is inaccessible as a real, tangible, fancy, fun, high-end product. Like, it isn't an accessible product. And she's very young, and she's seemingly in school, so I don't assume she has income.
I mean,
so she just,
well,
she just bought that without permission, you know?
apparently the young teenage girl demographic has the highest disposable income out of all the graphics. And that's because of parents who funnel the money into it.
Wow.
Yeah. Surprising, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose teens must get like digital allowances these days. They just have an account, it's automatically topped up, and they just spend what they want.
Yeah, you get 3 Prime stuffs per month.
Right. Yeah. Right. Okay, backtracking. It's just a lot. It
is a lot.
I want to celebrate it for sure. Wow.
But you shouldn't. No, we want to celebrate it because it looks nice and it lulls us in, but it's Amazon. So
but this is today's dilemma. There's no doing right, and seemingly there's there's a lot of doing wrong, but there's no doing right somehow. Unless you're no, there is doing right, but as soon as it's like turned into a commercial. Oh my God.
Well, hang on. So on that note, should we move on to the next one?
Oh my God, this is, I know, but okay, before we move on, what do I have to, God, oh, so cool. Whoa, dude, like when you pause on a still frame, I'm like, what is going on in the frame? There's a DNA helix on her desk with a like fake old retro computer that is like a non-existent computer. Oh wait, it's an old PC from the early aughts. Yeah. Her energy is very close to Regine from the Arcade Fire too. Similar haircut, similar vibe. And the co-option of like retro, it's full Gen Z celebration. For sure, that's all the little details. I started looking at the little details to see if there was other codification happening, but it's just like, it like appeals to Gen Z and it appeals to us because it's our generation and it's their generation. Yeah. What's the whole Eddie Murphy thing?
To me, that's the only thing that sticks out as maybe like, is that a committee decision? Is that like some, is that an Amazon pushback? Like, oh, we need to put some of our Prime content, our TV content in, so chuck Eddie Murphy in there.
Yeah.
Because he's not a real like icon for that, is he? I mean, I don't really.
No, I think maybe that's the most interesting part of the whole ad is Eddie Murphy and the choice to insert Eddie Murphy. She's watching Coming to America. I think that's what the movie is.
I think so, yeah. It's a weird choice that I bet you was something else and then it was overridden.
I like that it's kind of random, like the like pop culture of life that surrounds us affects us. Like it's just like life. Yeah. That's kind of cool. Yeah. And she's like, I love Eddie Murphy and I love Freddie Mercury and I'm gonna rock this. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, I think it's like more good than bad. Yeah.
I mean, that's why I shared it because ultimately, like what's the word I'm looking for? The saccharine qualities of it make me temporarily forget the sinister background.
I mean, damn, they like really confront the viewer at the end with a direct gaze. Like, we are motherfucking Prime. Yeah. We are Gen Z, and like, we love art and culture more than anyone else. So fuck all y'all.
And at the very end, a subtle nod to their logo as well, the smile.
Oh shit, dude! I just got that.
Yeah.
Oh my God! They're like the Frito Kahlo smile is our Prime logo. When you think of our Prime logo, think of this. Like exactly. Wow, dude, you're right. That's why it's evil because like these ads are so calculating. Yeah. That's why it kind of feels gross. Yeah. This is a good one. Way to go, dude.
Good. I'm glad.
I actually can keep talking about it probably for a while, mostly because like I'm having cognitive dissonance. Like, oh shit, they did it. They won the race, maybe. Like, wow. And the other thing is they used everything that we love about culture to do it. They didn't do it in a harder way. They said, oh, y'all know Frida Kahlo, right? Yeah. Everyone knows Freddie Mercury, right?
Yeah, they use the easy references. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a good, like, soft stir of a culture that's always been there, Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay.
So this next one.
Yeah.
I can't remember where I first saw it. I think it's a couple of years old at least. It was maybe, I was maybe watching a football soccer match. I think on an Irish channel. It's an Irish ad.
Oh,
Well, watch
okay.
the ad and it'll make sense what it is for.
Okay, pressing play. What are you doing to me?
I can't watch. I didn't watch it this time. I can't watch it without crying these things. So I had to take a few minutes when I first saw it. I was like, shut the TV off. I need a while.
Okay, I'm gonna take you through the like cerebral response as a play-by-play for me to like be able to cope with what I just watched.
Yeah, super.
First, I thought, oh, beautiful portraiture. Oh my God, these transitions are incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know where this ad's going.
Yeah.
You start trying to decode, and you go, oh, this is about the flow of life and aging. This is about mental health. This is about insecurity somehow, like something about like life is perilous, or life goes by quick, or something. It's the score and the emotional quality that like makes you feel like it makes you think about loss somehow. And then you're going through different characters and you're not exactly sure why, and I start thinking that they're interrelated in a family connection somehow. I don't know what the relationship of the characters are. And then I'm back to like just the technique of the filmmaking is like at such a high level that the transition from one portrait to the next is just mesmerizing. So then I go like, oh my God, this is high art. Unbelievable what I'm watching. How is this a commercial? People don't ever get to see this kind of commercial work. And then by the time I get to the end, I feel a little betrayed by the messaging, because the beauty of what I just experienced, I already felt. But when I get the message, I feel like I'm watching a commercial again. It's not that it's like a bad message. It's a good message. It's a good P.S.A. But it broke all of the beauty and loss and emotion that I was feeling already. And then like I did have like the feeling of wanting to cry, but obviously within this context, I'm like protecting my emotions and not being as vulnerable to like actually cry. I'm actually mostly shocked that I was a little angry by the end of the commercial to have to read a message.
But I'm very curious about why.
I'm gonna watch it again. I'm not sure. It feels like I think it's because it just felt so. I felt so taken in and then so abruptly taken out.
Yeah.
And it pissed me off.
And there's no foreshadowing. It doesn't lead you to where you think you're going. It's almost like a twist at the end, which. And it's funny, I never thought this, but until you brought it up this way, it cheapens a little bit the rest of it. Because you don't want, why are you twisting it?
Well, that's the point. That's the convention of a political agenda, an ad that has an agenda. And even if it's a P.S.A, the point is I know what they want to do. They want to take your head and they want to go, you know? They want to shake it. They want to make you feel the reality of it. And I didn't know it was a car safety ad. I didn't get any sense of that.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
And so it didn't have, I would have just liked a little like heads up that like, hey, you're watching a thing about car safety, but maybe it wouldn't have been as effective.
Watch it again. Watch it again.
Yeah, I gotta watch it again. Oh, you want me to cry?
No.
Watch it again. You're gonna make me watch it on repeat until I bawl. Also, the tagline's a bit confusing.
Don't look back.
Well, if you take it literally, don't lose a lifetime looking back, in relationship to the ad, basically, AKA watch the road.
Yeah.
That's clear. That's clear. But the sentiment of don't lose a lifetime looking back is also saying like, hey, don't have regrets. Okay, right. Don't have regrets. So don't watch the roads. Right.
Is it obvious to you this is the same person we're traveling backwards through their life?
No, not at all.
I think you missed that then.
I just rewatched it again to see if that was true, and it doesn't feel, the casting doesn't really work.
Yeah, the changing from the old lady cast to the middle-aged one is too far of a jump.
Yeah, that casting actually, in terms of likeness, the first jump is the closest in likeness, but it's too far, so I don't think it's the same person.
Yeah.
And then, right now, the tagline makes sense in the sense that this is a woman's life after she's lost her child.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be, I know, but it's not. That's not there in the commercial at all for me at all.
Right.
Right. Yeah. And it's sweet that you see her like basically, wow. So when you start decoding things on multiple watches, you're like, she's on her deathbed at the start of the commercial with portraits of her kid in the background, who she lost. Wow. Oh.
And there's a bit, where's the bit that's there? It's almost too, a lot of it's almost too hidden. 14 seconds.
I'll get there. Sorry, I just had a thought that like,
oh no, do you have an epiphany?
well, the whole thing is like at the end of the commercial, which is the start of the narrative, she looks back and she gets into a tragic accident. But they use this device of her looking back, and she looks back. And so as she gets older, she's still looking back. And on one level, it like makes sense in terms of the like regret, like constantly always looking back to look for my child or something. But also the action of looking back is the thing that killed her child. So the rest of her life, she's always looking back. But it's like what murdered her. Because she looked back, she killed her child. And now she's just a person, just like, stop fucking looking, lady. What's wrong with you? Why are you looking back? All like, I don't know. Anyway, it's still like, I'm picking it apart. It is, the score is just beautiful.
The score is beautiful, and like, again, what I love is being lulled by good production work, and I think the camera moves are excellent.
Both of you picked two ads that actually, I don't even know, I can't even put it into words because it's exactly the same feeling I'm having. And it's like, you picked two ads that stun the brain. Yeah, both of them stun. You give me a little, like, Yeah, they're complex. They actually both have failures in them.
Absolutely.
And they both have like wild successes as well.
It's like they both went for it.
Yeah.
Inevitably, you screw things up on the way. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, too, they both have a resonance that works. But it's so weird that like you could be in a room with somebody in the context of watching whatever show, and this will come on and it will just be like the white noise of ads.
Yeah.
Still, this would just be the white noise of ads.
People would be ignoring it. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, good ads, man. I feel like I'm missing. Somehow you feel like when you've watched a really good ad or complicated ad or something challenging that you're missing something deeper. So these are, if I'm feeling that way, that means that these were.
They both felt like they warranted some debate. So.
Yeah. And yeah, at the end of the day, they're just both good and bad, and that's. I just really wanted to shit on a bad ad.
I mean, the Amazon one was in the broad speaking categories. The Amazon one was the bad one, and then the RSA one was the better one.
Yeah, the Amazon ad should be one that you look at and go like, "Fuck you," but I can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
No. Yeah. What would Style and Waldorf do? Would they do thumbs up, thumbs down, or just thumbs down to everything?
Yeah. No matter what we think or felt, these fucking ads suck. Well, they both suck. That's my Stat and Waldorf character. That like, no matter how much I want to celebrate ads, fuck these ads, man.
Yeah.
That's cool, dude. Thank you. Good picks.